Welcome, welcome. I am, of course, GM Arthur Perkins. Oh, what is this craziness? Thor just changes his pick right in time for us to get started.
Oh yeah, I got it.
All right, excellent. So Thor, let's check in with you. You know what's happening? What's with the picture?
I can still see. Oh, there we go. That's the
Time's still catching up. Yeah.
time still catching up. Yeah, it was harder than I expected actually because apparently
I wanted to be
shit.
the prettiest girl.
no, I was trying to pick one that wasn't in wearing full makeup and the like because apparently if you Google Russian military women, that's a fetish. And of course,
Oh,
I should
yeah.
have known that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I tried to find one that wasn't wearing full makeup and revealing a little bit too much.
I thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I didn't know what Claire looked like, and then Arthur literally just like, I got it. You look exactly like this chick, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
good job.
That
You just have to ask Arthur next time, and he'll tell you who you exactly look like.
that's sort of how I picture Eliana Zerkova.
She's
Sure.
16, right?
She's 16. Yeah, she needs to look young. That one, I don't know. I'm guessing. She looks young enough. Anywho,
I hope she's 16.
I'm just taking a stab in the dark here.
Okay.
But no.
How
Enough
are things
about my
going,
picture.
Thor?
Things are going nice in Iceland. Would you believe that it has been raining here constantly and it's cold?
Do you mean snow?
No, there's not been any
It's
snow.
summertime, man.
Do you just call rain snow over there? Is that how it works?
I think during the summertime, the snow slightly melts on the way down, just slightly, so we get really cold rain.
I like the
instead
idea of
snow.
like watching the snow fall, and like as it hits about like 800 meters, it just turns into water.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like little snow paratroopers.
still, it's still. Let me tell you, it's still cold as fuck when it hits. It is not really all that pleasant to be outside at the moment, which is, of course, is why all the smart slash people with money have fled into the countryside or to a warmer climate, as they usually do around this time of year.
It happens in pretty much every country.
Except for Australia. Fuck that place.
Well, that's because the interior of your country is an inhospitable desert through which even dinosaurs could not survive.
True. It's
Yeah,
true.
well,
Or it's the strongest men and the strongest women.
yeah. I mean, wow. I travel into the interior of Iceland to go visit volcanoes and jöklar like our fun Eyjafjallajökull and all that. But the
Really?
interior
Why do you
of
always
Austra-
have to throw that name at us, man?
Because I like
Every
love-
episode. Doesn't matter.
I know.
We're not even playing Icelanders anymore.
Because it's hilarious to watch your reactions.
It's like if I say good day every time I say hello to you instead. You know,
Crikey.
just want to remind people that I'm Australian.
I would appreciate that. I don't want to forget. In case there's like a good, Australian joke to be made at your expense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
do you have one?
Not
now.
at the moment. I'm working hard at it. Ever since you mentioned,
If you don't constantly remind me, I'm going to confuse you with like the Irish
mean-
or something.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Or do you have anything else before I lose control of the intro section?
we'll just stick to drinking jokes until we get it straight.
Well, that's universal.
Yeah, I have not accomplished anything worthwhile apart from watching way too much TV and staying indoors, which is a feat in itself, of course, but not really anything anybody wants to hear about.
Thank you for that confession, though.
Yeah.
That lets people know who the real you is. All right, Tyler, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. I managed to crank my way through Sense8 on Netflix, which was amazing.
Please
I
don't
got to
spoil
hear,
the end of it.
Oh,
I'm not spoiling anything.
Wait. What show?
It's
Sense8.
amazing.
It's
Sense 8. I thought you
yeah.
said Sensei. And I'm like,
it's
what are you watching right now?
it's a Netflix show, and at the end of it, I was like, "Oh, I've got to see more of this." And I went online to see, whether or not they're making more of it, and apparently Netflix has not ordered a second season, which led me to log on to my Twitter account for the first time in like 3 years to go tell Netflix to go make more, only to discover it got hijacked about a year and a half ago and was spewing out spam for erectile dysfunction medicine.
Good job.
Wow, that went from an actual story to a Family Guy fucking joke right there.
Yeah. So
Good
anyway,
job.
those are that's all taken care of.
Have you watched Marco Polo on Netflix?
I have not watched Marco.
Oh, that is an amazing one, and I think they tapped it for season 2.
No, really? Okay, so I will queue that up for next show. So yeah, apart from that, not much has been going on with me.
Excellent, Dave. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I mean, we started Die Party 3.5 now, which is great. We've got 3 games running at any time now. One of them is bi-weekly, which is your game, but we started up a World of Darkness game. It's called Sin Eaters. It's about Geist. It's great. It's so good. It really is. It was a lot of fun. I play a coward. That's always fun. Like, I love playing cowards, man. Cowards are my favorite. So my character in this game might be a coward.
You're playing an owl zealot.
Is that because you can be in character and run away to survive longer?
Yeah, a little bit like that, but more like I like playing characters that they're like I can just watch my teammates' face when I go, "Oh, what do you do? What do you do on your turn when everyone else is getting attacked by zombies?" I roll a Constitution check to see if I vomit, and then they're like, "Yeah, you definitely vomited." And it's like, great. I spend my turn vomiting. Yeah, and that's my turn. This is like, I don't know.
You're totally going to use that rewrite an unused mark to read abandon a comrade in advance, aren't you? Off of the owl one?
Yeah.
Basically, you just run away.
Yeah, it's a good chance.
Death so that you can't die.
No.
Yeah.
Virgil, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Tell us about yourself.
I am well. My name is Virgil, and I live in California. I've been playing role-playing games for a couple years now and really love it. And just saw when you guys were looking for more people, thought I'd join in, and was glad to get invited on. I'm excited to play the game. Never played before, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
Glad to have you.
Well, yeah, that's really...
Yeah, just don't.
You're just salty 'cause you
ride with.
died.
Just don't get in a plane with Thor's character, and you'll be fine.
Yes.
So speaking of characters, I gotta update my records. So let's do this. Dave, who is your new character and what did they do?
My new character is Sarah Robinovich. Robinovich? I don't know how to say it. Rabinovic, okay. See, as an Australian male, that's Robinovich. So,
Okay.
That's
that's why I pick first names that are super easy to say. So I am. She is a junior lieutenant, I believe. She's coming in as the owl character type. So she is also a zealot. She is 19, and yeah, her stats are 0, 0, 0, 0.
That's a good stat spread.
That's a good stat
Terrible
spread.
at everything.
Yeah, well, it's better than being terrible at guts, because as it turns out, you need guts to do stuff.
Yeah, guts is actually pretty important.
Guts is pretty important, as it turns out. So yeah.
All right, and Virgil, let's hear about your character.
My character is Sergeant Serafima Demidov, and I don't know much about her yet, but I'm ready to invent everything.
All
Nice.
right. What playbook is she?
And she will be the pigeon playbook.
Oh dang, we've got an owl and a pigeon.
And also playing as a zealot.
I'm so happy for you to reveal that, because pigeon zealots are sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Betray your party constantly and get rewarded for it.
I don't know how
Is for glory of Mother Russia.
Of course, comrade. Now, when she stole the chocolate, where did she hide it? And how about your skills? Let's hear about that. What's your spread?
My spread. Let me look at what that is. Yeah, if I can find it. There we go. 0 skill, 1 guts, 0 luck, and I have no medals yet.
No one has medals yet, I don't think.
Dang.
So if you choose sergeant, you get an extra point.
Oh, you're a sergeant. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
you can start as a higher rank and potentially outrank everyone, but you lose that point.
You do, yeah. Or that option to take 2 and a -1.
Well, you can still take 1, 0, and -1 as a junior lieutenant.
I'm not going to do that. Are you kidding me? -1 is like the death. That's like death, man.
Only if you have to use it for something.
Like, there's only 3 things you can use in this game. You use every single one of them. Arthur, I put my -1 into dancing.
All right, so I did get a complaint about last time. I'm sorry, guys. I know that the writing is too small to read on the handouts on the stream. But again, if you go to Google and you look up Bully Pulpit Games, Night Witches downloads, you can get all of the handouts we have and read along with us.
Amen, sister.
So let's do the little intro thing that I wrote out here. So we begin visually in a dark space, and you hear the rhythmic click of boots on a hard floor. From the echoing, the space sounds quite large. A spotlight from above puts a circle of light on the ground, into which a man steps into and says, "Hello, I'm world-renowned internet historian Arthur Perkins, and this is History Channel Online Fake Edition. Tonight, we're going to continue exploring the story of the 588 Bomber Regiment, the Soviet Air Army, known by their German foes as the Night Witches. As we saw previously at Engels Air Base, not everyone could make the cut. As Vera and Tamar were sent back to the Infantry Corps, following the unfortunate death of Junior Lieutenant Sasha Sokolov. And so in the background, we see that it's an aircraft hangar, and you hear the slamming of breakers opening and closing as the electric lights from above come on, spotlighting hundreds of cardboard cutouts of women in planes scattered across the floor. The lights briefly go brightest around cutouts of Vera, Tamara, and Sasha, and then those 3 lights dim to complete darkness. We follow the training squadron as it's attached to Squadron A section. A number of new officers will come and go over this time. And then we, cut to grainy footage of the amazing, oh man, you know what? I put down how to pronounce this and then I forgot.
Wing it.
It's called Gornyaka. I know it looks like Gornyaka, but it's Gornyaka. 2 months have passed. The 588th has relocated to a remote field in the middle of nowhere, within striking distance of active combat zones on 3 sides. The thunder of artillery is constant. A badly battered Red Army is in retreat. Communication and supplies are erratic. Time to earn first blood in the Don River Basin. So the pilots here are all flown in at night, and they learn the following. The tactical area encompasses the western gateway to the Caucasus, consisting of birch forests and fertile agricultural grounds. Most of these have been abandoned, and cultivated fields make useful landmarks from the air. A major southeast-northwest rail line from Gornyaka through Luhansk to Starobelsk is also a key strategic feature and a navigation reference, as is the Donets River. Navigators look for structures around Gornyaka coal mines and long fire breaks in the forests. Note that a skilled pilot can put down a PO2 in one of the fire breaks during an emergency. So as you step off the plane, you realize everything is in chaos. The supply chain is seriously fractured. New recruits can't even find the regiment, much less parts and consumables. Occasionally, aircraft need to be dispatched to distant warehouses by day to bring back food. While you're here, you take -1 to scrounge and repair at Gornyaka. Find it and fix it yourself. Welcome to the war. So we have these questions to ask and answer. Which officer of the 588th was in no condition to fly when the regiment arrived at Gornyaka?
Pretty sure Ilyana was in pretty poor shape at the end of our training.
So it's been a month since then.
But like she was pulled from a fiery wreck.
Okay,
So,
so you think
And she's also...
yeah, she's feeling a little guilty for the whole killing. What was her name again?
Whoa, don't put words in her mouth. Ilyana, do you feel like you were in no condition to fly when you arrived?
I did admit to the fact last time that Ilyana was feeling incredibly guilty and not feeling her best. I suppose that I would be a yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I guess
that's no, I mean in no condition to fly. I mean, well, she's in poor condition to fly. If we got to pick somebody, I'm probably in the worst condition to fly because I'm really distracted and feel like shit.
Okay.
So let's answer that question with me then.
All right.
Yep.
What is being done to keep livestock off the runway, and why isn't it working?
Ooh, I like this question. I would say that it's that we've put a scarecrow or something up.
Yeah,
I'm not
scarecrow.
Those cows are anti-scarecrow.
Yeah, so you put up
people-
a scarecrow and filled it with hay, and so, but that's just what they eat.
They just like eat
They're
slowly.
just eating the scarecrows.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
try to we go out every day and we try to make it bigger and like scarier, so we put more hay in than the previous.
And despite the
Like
but
it's huge, must be so scary to cows.
Why
Keep
isn't
off
it
runway.
working?
but I
I
mean
don't
Tatiana's
understand.
Tatiana's from a farm. I mean, she should know that. At least.
Yeah, but maybe you're in such
I'd
bad
sh-
shape you never walk out there and check it, like, or do you take amusement from the fact that all these city slickers have no idea how to work?
You know, given that I just showed up, they've probably been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So I think I will probably keep it to my own amusement for a little while until I crash into a cow, and then I'll probably take issue with it.
Here's my question: do maybe like the senior officers do this to haze the new people to the war, like have them go out and come up with ways to get rid of the livestock?
Yeah, well, maybe. But the downside to that
I think
is
the hazing would be clean up the cow shit
yeah,
off the runway.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's hazing to like deal with the livestock on the runway. But I think it's more like, well, no one's doing it, so there's cow shit everywhere.
literally every plane that lands skids an extra like 100 yards because of the cow shit.
Can I
Slippery,
just say,
very
can we name this runway whatever the cow shit is on? Can we call it the minefield?
Yeah, because we got to do some naming in a minute. But while we're here, who gave that German FW-190 pilot, seemingly obsessed with your regiment, the Yellowtail? So here's what's important. This is the first fighter craft that was capable of engaging the PO-2 because the FW-190 was considerably slower than most German aircraft. And so didn't overshoot the PO-2s and could actually stick on their tail. So this guy is like an ace who's been murdering the crap out of your regiment. Who gave him that nickname?
So have myself and Virgil's characters been flying up to this point? Or
No,
we-
you guys have just arrived today.
Okay.
Okay, so it wasn't us that gave us this. It probably was an NPC somewhere.
I'm not sure Ilyana would come up with the name Yellowtail and Yellow Bastard, maybe.
Maybe yellowtail around officers, but we say yellow bastard. Like,
Was Sasha's major lover in this one? In this camp?
No, Major Marina Raskova is away.
Okay.
Is there anyone consistent from the last session here? Or is it just us?
Down on the command staff, everyone should be listed, including Regimental Armor Repairer Sergeant Katieva.
Let's go with the repairer. I think that's appropriate. She's the one that has to deal with all the damage that comes in from this guy. So, like, maybe he has like he likes to shoot tails out or something like that. Maybe that's how like he comes up from behind and shoots from back, and maybe that's how he got the name Yellowtail because he keeps shooting people, making them piss their pants or whatever. I don't fucking know.
I'm just wondering how somebody comes up with the nickname in the middle of a war, Yellowtail. You know,
I mean, I think it was probably more like
something,
Sorry, go
you
ahead.
know. Yeah, you know, something a little bit more, you know, obscene is probably what you name the guy shooting down your friends.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
this-
this
that's
aircraft
not
was a lot
perfect.
faster, right?
Yeah.
This aircraft was a lot faster than pretty much any other plane in the Russian army, or Air Force, right?
So this one is actually considerably slower. Than,
Oh,
So it was
that's-
like the faster planes would just go by the
Yeah.
bomber planes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They couldn't like idle slow enough.
Mm-hmm. This one is slow enough to actually kind of idle behind us and shoot at us.
I think he was okay. So here's what I think. I think it has to be a pilot or someone who's flying a plane or in a plane, because I reckon that he actually does have markings on his tail that are yellow, and that's the only way that we've been able to identify him.
Okay.
Like
That
maybe
makes
he's
sense.
like we noticed in the first run because he was dead aim and he was killing off a few of our companions, and he just keeps coming back and he's always in the same plane.
What's the male regiment, the 287th?
That's the 2117 Tim and Guards. Also, Major Popov of the 218th Night Bombers.
218th.
But they're in faster planes, right? So
And the 217th Air Aviation Regiment under Captain Galunov.
and they're in the faster planes, so it doesn't really affect them.
Yeah, so Galunov is the guy that had a fling with Sasha Sokolov. And they were like the air guardians who flew with you to take out any German threats.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. I think it has to be a pilot. Like, it just makes sense.
No, I
Could be-
agree.
Could be one of you then. Or it could be, Major Galunov or I'm sorry, Major Popov or Captain Galunov. But we do need an answer somewhere to coalesce. I do like the idea of it being because he has yellow markings on his tail, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I vote Major Popov
So-
just so we
well,
can
yeah.
answer the question. Move on.
Yeah. Major Popov, the fighters guarding us are more likely to see his backside rather than us. We're trying to get away from him.
It's true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sounds reasonable. Going very, very reasonable and logically about this.
Look, we did the math. We know who it was.
Yeah, it was Captain Popov in the dining room.
Okay, moving on to the last question and the best one. This is where we draw stuff on the map. So, what does the rye field used at the airbase at Gornyaka look like? Where is the rough runway lined with hay bales? Now, it makes a lot of sense if the runway is lined with hay bales that the cows are on it. Where are the leaky plywood-covered dugouts that serve as a barracks? Where is the actual village and the edge of the thick forest? What's the one place not drenched in mud? So if everybody wants to draw using whatever their color is on Roll20 down at the bottom, just pick one of those, and let's answer some questions
Let's
there.
see here.
All right.
Let's go on a slightly different scale than last time so we can fit everything.
I really appreciate the commitment to putting lines on the airfield.
I know. Because it's just so you know where.
Let's see.
Kind of next level
this-
graphics work.
Here, I'll help you out with that. I'll draw the cow shit.
Now we know why it's called the minefield.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, you're drawing the forest over there?
This is the dense
Yeah, it
forest.
does look pretty dense.
Super dense.
So as a question to all of you, where is that one place that's not drenched in mud?
I'd say it's at an end of a runway.
I feel like it should be like the pasture where all the cows are.
I don't know if you've ever been in a pasture with cows before, but that shit gets muddy as hell, dude.
I know. That's the ironic part. Is like everywhere.
Like they're never in the pasture because they're always on the runway.
The pasture that's like set out for them is just like stone. There's no grass on it.
They just come to the runway to eat all the hay bales.
Eat all the hay
and
bales.
the scarecrows.
Come in with a bad landing, you like bounce off like 3 or 4 cows.
Like maybe this runway is like warmer than the other ones, so they stand on it and shit everywhere. But the other ones they don't like as much, so it's always clean.
All right. So based on the answers and what I'd like
For
to
sure,
see
we
happen-
would